Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, council, mayor, city treasurer, deputy treasurer, and audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, August 1st, 2016. The roll will show that all members are present. Tonight's council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda, 2 minutes, 3 petitioner, 4 chairperson's report, 5 mayor's report, 6A, clerk's report, 6B, treasurer's report, 7, public comment, 8, unfinished business, 9, new business, 10, communication, and 11 is adjournment, and a motion will be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choke?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, agenda accepted.
Number 2, under item 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held on July 25th, 2016.
So moved for July 25th, 2016.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting, which was held July 25th, 2016. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choke?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
2B for approval are the minutes from the special meeting that was held on July 25th, 2016 at 6:45 PM. This was to review attorney communication.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from the regular special meeting held Monday, July 25th. This was at 6:45, and that was to review the attorney communications. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choke?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First, I'd like to wish my granddaughter, today is her birthday, she's 22 years old. Her name is Andrina Bowers Barden. She's attended Michigan State his last year at Michigan State. A very kind-hearted person, and I'm really proud of her. On another note, my daughter, Gina Barden Patterson, this is her first anniversary, marriage anniversary. So I want to wish them a happy anniversary also. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say my wife's birthday is August the 4th. And happy birthday for my wife for August the 1st. And I love you, sweetheart. And thank you. That's going to conclude the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choke.
to make a motion that we approve the chairperson's report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Choke, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Choke,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Mr. Kraut,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved, and thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Treasurer, Clerk, Deputy Clerk, and audience. Tonight, I brought a quote. I think this is the first one I've done one from Alfred Hitchcock, but it goes as this and ties into the message. A good film is when the price of a dinner, theater, an admission, and a babysitter were all worth it. And I brought that one up because we had one that was worth it. We had a free movie Friday night, and unbelievable success. Zootopia played in the historical park. We had over 500 people that came out. It was kind of like an old style drive-in. People backed in and had kids, and we had free fruit from blocks. We had games, crafts, face painting. They were parking across the street where the old Johnson Fuel was. It got so crowded. So just a great time had by all. Good, safe evening. The weather cooperated. And also I did want to throw in a thank you to Martin Towing. They were our movie sponsor because we have to pay for their copyrights to use that and rebroadcast. So went great event, and just thanks for all those who made it a success. We do have a quick video clip on some other events. If Roger, you run that, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Dennis Davidson, and here are the news and views this week around Romulus. The Movies in the Park was a roaring success Friday night. So far this summer, we have entertained close to 1,500 people. The video you are watching, 503 people shared this and 17,000 watched the video itself. Sounds in Downtown concerts will continue every Friday this month. On August the 5th, we'll feature the Rick Leader Band. At the August 12th Sounds in Downtown, there will be a special event we're calling Cruise Night. We're inviting all Romulus alumni and band geeks out to show our support for Mr. Dick Cruz, longtime band director in Romulus. The band has a local group called Rust Belt Revival. They've entertained us before, and you'll see some familiar faces in the band. Farmers Market continues on Wednesday from noon until 6. Come by August the 3rd for National Watermelon Day. The Romulus Veterans Committee is holding their second annual Roman Chrome Poker fundraiser this Saturday, August the 6th. Registration begins at Blue Sky at 10 a.m. and it will feature several local businesses. Proceeds benefit the veterans. The Romulus Fire Department is hosting their annual open house at Fire Station headquarters on Saturday, August the 27th. Save the date, the Romulus Senior Center Health and Wellness Fair will be Tuesday, September the 13th from 9:30 a.m. till 2 p.m. Remember to stay tuned following this meeting for our complete news show, or visit our website for more information on any of the events and programs we mentioned today. Thanks and have a great week.
Thanks, Dennis. Thanks, Roger. One more bit of information. This last week, I wanted to thank the City of Wyandotte for hosting the Senior Olympics this year. We're part of the Downriver Group, and we had a very good representation at the Senior Olympics this year. We had 7 gold medals, 7 silver medals, 8 bronze medals, and a variety of different events. Total of 17 competitors, 22 total medals. And they represented Romulus very well. So what I would like to do, if we could, is just ask those who participated to stand up, please, and get some recognition. And thank you very much. Thanks for another great year. Good job. Really only 2 items under my report for action. The first one up is 5A, and that's the request that's before you to concur with administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the annual subrecipient agreement, and that's between the City of Romulus and Wayne County for the expenditure for the Community Development Block Grant funds, and those are for the fiscal years 16 through 21.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, and this is to concur with the administration authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the annual sub-recipient agreement between the City of Romulus and Wayne County for the expenditures of Community Development Block Grant funds for the fiscal years 20 through 21. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call. Discussion?
Yes, I just have a question for Maria. Sorry, Maria. I just don't remember. I noticed that we have Parks and Recreation Playscape, and it slipped my mind. Where is the Playscape going to be?
It's not, Maria, I'm sorry. Do you have the cordless, Ellen, that we could let Maria have? Thought it was there. There it is, sorry. Thanks for coming out. See you next year.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
I just had a question on the location of the Playscape for Parks and
The
Recreation.
Playscape will be in qualifying areas. We are kind of limited in the areas for our map this year. So we're looking at probably Historical Park or one, couple of others on the north end, so just a matter of.
So we
having-
haven't ascertained where we're gonna put it
Nope.
yet? Okay, thanks. That's it, sorry.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes,
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. And the last item is just item B, and that is to authorize the mayor to settle claims up to the amount not to exceed $5,000. Funds must be available, and the mayor must give 72-hour notice to city council prior to that. And if you recall from our discussion last week, if one council person would like it to come to a regular meeting, then it will.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
And just a quick comment.
Okay, it's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut, and that's to authorize the mayor to settle claims up to an amount not to exceed $5,000. Funds must be available, and the mayor must provide 72-hour notice to city council prior to the settlement. Mr. Wadsworth.
Just a quick comment to the mayor. I compliment you on doing this, Mayor, because some of us were kind of uncomfortable with the first resolution, and we worked something out that's acceptable to everybody up here, and that's good government.
Absolutely right. Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
yes, I spoke with the mayor before the meeting. I would also like written in here the method of communication that we are going, and I think we're all on
We
board.
talked about that with the chief of staff when I thought I'd rather over-communicate, so email and phone call. That way, if someone's not checking one or the other, they at least have, both of them notified so they can, respond within the 72 hours if they have an issue, if that's okay.
I think that'd be
So
great,
we'll include
thanks.
that.
Okay, great. Yes, Ms. Choate.
I have a question with regard to the length of this as a policy. Is this just for until the end of your term, or does it go on into the next, whomever might be elected next time? Does it exceed
The way
that?
it's written, we talked about that. We didn't write an expiration in the term. We can do that. I have no problem with that. The action, as I understand it by Steve, is could be reversed by council at any time.
All right.
So it's, if you wanted to change it next week, for example, it could be changed back.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Yeah,
Yes,
Mr.
Ms.
Chair, if I may.
Makowski.
So do we need to amend our original proposal or, I'm having trouble with thinking words today. Do we need to amend it based on Ms. Abdo's suggestion to
Would you
add?
include that in your motion? That way it's in the motion, it's officially recorded. That way there's no
Mr.
doubt.
Wadsworth?
I made the motion, and
That'd
I'm
be
sure
okay?
I'm sure the clerk heard what was said, and it'll be put in the minutes to be approved next week.
Okay,
That-
so
would that fit?
it'll come back and it will be, basically, it'll have the, email and phone call notification. And, did I hear that you wanted an expiration date, or you want to leave it as is?
We can leave it as it is.
Okay, because it could be reversed anytime.
All
There's
right,
no,
thank you.
Okay.
is council okay with that?
Any other discussion on that?
I'm good.
Mr. Chair?
Yes,
I just
Ms.
wanted, just going along with Councilman Wadsworth, is that you don't need to restate, the motion, Councilwoman Makowski. It'll be in the minutes, part of the minutes there, so.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes,
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes my report.
6A is the clerk's report. Before I begin my report, I have 3 items under the clerk's report, but I just want to remind everybody, tomorrow's election day. It should be a nice day, and if you have not voted an absentee ballot, we hope that everybody will come out to the polls. We look forward to seeing you there, a lot of work, a lot of preparation, and we hope that you do see a difference. We're working on being a voter-friendly precincts, so we do, we really want to encourage everyone to come out to the polls tomorrow. Also, if you have already been issued an absentee ballot, please turn them in. We've provided a drop box right out, you don't have to get out of your car, just drive and put put it right in. It's a stainless steel box. Many times we send out, and I'm sure Councilwoman Choate can support me on this, is that we send out these ballots, and a lot of times people forget to return them. So you have until 8 o'clock tomorrow to return your ballot, your absentee ballot. And just one other reminder is that this is a primary election. You have to vote straight party. You cannot split your ballot with parties. So if you do, then those votes will not count just in the partisan races. And also precinct delegates are on the ballot this time, so you'll have to turn your ballot over. So those are just some little small things. It's not a long ballot. So again, we hope to see everybody tomorrow at the polls. Thank you. And so under the clerk's report, again, I have 3 items. 6A1 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 16/17-5, and this is general fund. The budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of July 25th, 2016.
So moved. Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, and this is for a second reading and final adoption of the budget amendment 16/17-5 general fund. And as the clerk mentioned, this amendment was introduced at the council meeting July 25th, 2016. Any discussion? Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you. Line item 6A2 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 16/17-6, Major Roads Fund. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of July 25th, 2016.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Makowski, for the second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 16/17-6, and it's the Major Roads Fund. Also, again, this budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting on July 25th, 2016. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
And the last item under the clerk's report, 6A3, the Property Disposition Committee is requesting a half-an-hour study session for Monday, August 8th, 2016 at 6 o'clock p.m. And this is to discuss a neighborhood stabilization program in the city of Romulus. The date and time is available for the study session. Also, the members of the Property Disposition Committee, as well as our city attorney, will be in attendance at this study session.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for a half-an-hour study session request from the Property Disposition Committee to discuss the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, which is August 8th at 6 p.m. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
One more thing with regards to elections, before I close out my report. Just want to remind voters in Precinct 5 who used to vote here at City Hall, that precinct has moved to the Senior Center. So we're really excited about this move and an opportunity to showcase our Senior Center, and it's really nice there. So again, voters in Precinct 5, your precinct has moved from City Hall to the Senior Center. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for your information, we provided a notice from Comcast. This notice is to improve service to Comcast customers beginning August 29th, 2016. Customer account numbers and monthly due dates will change. Customers will be informed of their new account numbers and due dates by mail from Comcast. Thank you, and that concludes the clerk's report. 6B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening. I do not have any items under my report. Thank you.
Number 7 is public comment, and this is the portion of our agenda that's set aside for those of you in the audience if you would like to have comments. If you'd like to do so, please raise your hand. After you've been acknowledged by our chairperson, approach the podium. We ask that you please state your name, and we ask that you please limit your comments to at least 3 minutes. If there are questions from council, please note that that will be done under unfinished business. So we do not have any written request.
Any public comments from the audience? Yes.
It's not on.
It's not on. It's turned.
You gotta use.
Oh, you have to speak because you have to record. Yeah.
Why don't we fix that?
Okay, I think I got it. My name is Don Mongrain. I know some of you here, I've lived in Romulus my whole life. I'm just here to say I'll be on the ballot tomorrow as a precinct delegate. Due to how few people bothered to actually run, it's kind of a given that I'm going to be one of them, and I look forward to representing the city of Romulus going forward because somebody has to. I've been to the district level meetings, and there's pretty much nobody from Romulus there, so.
Thank you. Yes. Next.
Good evening. I'm Amy Benchich. I'm also running for precinct delegate. I've lived here 2 years, but I've always been active in politics, and I've also gone with Don Mongrain to represent Romulus at those meetings, and we just thought we should get involved to bring Romulus to a better, well, I mean, Romulus is great, but to help Romulus out, so we look forward to hoping to help serve Romulus. Thank you.
What precinct are you talking about?
10, sorry, 10.
10, both 10?
I guess that would have been useful to say, precinct 10.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Any other comments from the audience? Yes, Mr. Talley.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Mayor Pro Tem Barton, Mayor, Council, everybody. I never can get this right, so please forgive me. I just wanted to come on behalf to say I had a great visit with Richard Cruz. I know we have a Sounds of Downtown coming up in his honor, and I just want to encourage everybody to come out and support. He looked great to me. It was good to sit and talk with him for a while. I just wanted to talk about a few minutes how he impacted my life coming up in the middle school as being my band director for so many years, and so many people in our community. He is such an impactful, just made such an impact. My mom calls him the music evangelist because he was used to comb the neighborhoods, getting students. He was really the evangelist of music in the neighborhood. So it was such a good time seeing him today, and to me, he looked great. I know he's battling, so we want to just say, keep him in prayer. He's one of our own, and he put his heart, soul, mind, body, everything for these kids and in our community. So say prayers for Mr. Richard Cruz. I love him. I hope he can see it, but I love him, and just keep him in prayers. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Talley. Any other comments from the audience? No more comments. Madam Clerk, will close it out.
Number 8 is unfinished business.
Mr. Barton.
Yes, Mr. Barton.
If I can, and I'll make this quick, Mayor, could you get the Mr. McCray or the ordinance department to start looking back into the house that sits in the 16,000 block of Taft in the back of the Oak Brook sub? It's been over a year since we've talked about it, and it still has a blue tarp on the roof. From what the neighbors are telling me, that they occasionally come out and they cut the front, but the back isn't being taken care of. And I mean, I don't think, some of these folks have been there 45 and 48 years in their homes, and they shouldn't have to have a house sitting there with a blue tarp on it for in excess of a year now.
I know the house. I'll get an update.
I'm
on
sure
it.
you
Yep,
do, and I got some
absolutely.
calls today about it.
Thank you.
And one thing about Mr. Richard Cruz, and I'll always remember this when my sons were in junior high and they were all were taking bands, and he would come by the house in his brand new Corvette, in June. In June, come by in his brand new shiny Corvette, and we had to give him $2 because he was coming in the house for Johnny, Jimmy, and Billy and teaching them to play these ridiculous instruments that cost so much money. But I always remember that. I said, I can't believe I got to give a man in a Corvette $2. But I did. He said, well, that's for gasoline. You know what it costs to run this Corvette? God bless him.
All right. Okay.
Is there any more unfinished business? Number 9 is new business. Number 10, communication.
Yes, this is to the mayor, council, the clerk, and treasurer. The Lions have started practice again.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you.
If there's no more communication, number 11 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Makowski. For adjournment, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Makowski?
Yes.
Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.